finally, GroovePages, welcome to the future. So here's what GroovePages and GrooveFunnels gives you. First of all, it's a world-class editor. I'm going to show you how easy it is. It's the most pleasant user interface you've ever seen. It's also meant to be able to design for any device. So there's no other platform in the world that allows you to click a button and make edits for a mobile device, a horizontal tablet, a vertical tablet, a laptop, or a full desktop. It has the best SEO in the industry. All of the SEO people are moving over to Groove. It has clean code. It has fast page load times, faster than any other platform. And I'm going to prove that to you in just a minute. But it also has the ability to allow you to create pages, funnels, and websites and share either a page, a site, or a funnel with anyone. You get free and unlimited hosting customer. You not only get unlimited domains, but you get unlimited images, unlimited hosting, unlimited pages, unlimited brand websites, unlimited .coms, unlimited funnels, unlimited webinar funnels. But here's the cool thing. We let you keep your own data. If you want to download the pages yourself, old school style, and keep them on your hard drive and then publish them to your own servers, you can do that as well. There's a lot of companies out there that like to have their own code and turn it into PHP and do some ninja things to it. So with Groove, you can do that. You can't do that with the other platforms. Now, if you see that middle bullet there, it says fastest page load times of any platform. Here's the proof. Recently, ClickFunnels was talking about their ClickFunnels 2.0, which is supposed to come out sometime this year if they can keep it on track. We'll root for them to do that, wink, wink. Here is a chart that they did at Funnel Hacking Live comparing ClickFunnels and all of the other platforms. So not only ClickFunnels, but Fast Pages, Shopify, Kajabi, Convertri, Kartra, Keep, and Keep is basically Infusionsoft, and Lead Pages, and there's GroovePages. Now, this was their event, so it's no wonder they buried us at the bottom. They didn't want to lead us at the top and show our best-in-class page time. So what you're seeing on the left is Fast Pages, building the same page that they built in these platforms, and then they measure them with GT metrics. Fast Pages built a comparable page at 2.2 seconds. Shopify took 5 seconds. Kajabi, 1.9 seconds. Convertri, 1.6. Kartra, 2.7. Keep, Infusionsoft, 6.8. Lead Pages, 4.1. And leading the pack, the fastest page load times in history is GroovePages. And then on the right, you could see how ClickFunnels compared when they built each one of those pages. And we just smoked the entire field, including ClickFunnels. In fact, our platform is so good that we believe that we're the reason why ClickFunnels is deprecating ClickFunnels and building a new platform from the ground up, ClickFunnels 2.0. And seriously, it won't have 10% of the features that you get with Groove. We're the best, I'm proving it. But let's go on to the hit list and talk about more of the things that GroovePages and GrooveFunnels gives you that I'm going to demo for you in just a minute. You get brand website templates, you get funnel templates, you get webinar funnel templates, you get regular single standalone page templates, you get designer blocks. This is something you don't get in ClickFunnels. You get direct response blocks. Wait till I show you that. Wireframe blocks, mega menus. No other platform in the world has this. You're going to love this when you see it. High converting pop-ups that are just a pleasure to use. And of course, let's just talk about our easy layout options, our backgrounds where you could do images or videos, you can do patterns on top of them, you can do opacities and colors, animations on buttons and countdown timers, you can do delayed events, you have custom attributes, and you get all different types of elements like countdown timers, maps, iPads that you could put images in, buttons, and so much more. So if you're ready to see the latest GroovePages, GrooveFunnels, and GrooveFunnels for webinars, put a 1 in the chat and we're going to jump in right now. All right, let's get this keynote out of the way and do a little page refresh right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and show you the hero app, GroovePages and GrooveFunnels. So what we do is, again, remember, we always have the hot links up here for our different apps. Or you can click here for navigation, and anytime you hover over the logo here. So we can just jump right in and click on GroovePages. Now, what you're going to see when this loads is all of the different sites that we have that we work on here. So a lot of demo sites, many of our own sites here, and it just keeps loading and loading and loading. Things that we're either working on or demoing, or stuff that we even help some of our friends with. Now, what you're going to notice right there in the top left, it says MikeFilsaime.com. So what I want to show you is my website right here, MikeFilsaime.com. All right. I think it's a pretty cool website, but what I want you to realize is this was actually just built using 100% one of the templates that we have in Groove. Nothing more, nothing less. I simply took one of the templates and I made my website out of one of those different templates. Let me demonstrate that for you. Also, we have one of these cool little things that you can put into your bookmarks, and you just click Edit Groove Page, and just like that, it will automatically open up the page that you want to design in your editor. So this is my actual website right here. And I'm just going to show you here that I can put an exclamation point here. I can click the publish and publish that page. And then when we go back, we got the little green light. That means that it's now live on the internet. I hit the refresh and we're live, and we see MikeFilsaime.com now is there. Now I'm going to actually change that back. I can just hit the undo button there and we'll publish one more time. And now my site is back to normal. All right, but what I want to show you here, I'm going to close my site down and I'm going to exit out of here. And what I want to show you is that when I click on creating a new site, if I look at all of these different templates that we have here, this one right here, I'm just going to click preview because I'm not going to actually be using this website, but you'll see this was just a template that I just put my picture right there, and I listed some different information here, and that became my site. In fact, I think even my partner, Cornetta.com, uses that same exact template. There you go, as you can see. And he has his story right there as well. So I encourage you, if you want to have your brand website, to use that one as well. Now, while I'm here, I want to take the time to show you all of the different templates that we have in our library. It just goes on and on. I'm going to actually have to scroll a little bit faster here to show you, but let me show you something else that's pretty interesting as well. All right, let me hotkey over and show you the way that you can search for different templates. You can search by newest or best converting. You can search for a particular name. You could search for tags, and you could search for campaign type. Now, if you're looking for a single page, you can go here. If you want a complete website that has all of the pages built in, a whole collection of the About Us, the contact with one theme, you would click on Complete Sites. And if you're looking for your funnels, you click on funnels. And if you're looking for webinar. So let's take a look at webinar. You click on webinar, and just like that, you would see all of the different webinar templates that we have. This one has 8 pages. This one has 4 different pages. This one has 4 as well. This one has 8. So if you wanted a deep dive on this one, you would simply click here, and you can import this entire funnel, or this is the preview of any of the pages that you click here. So if you click here, you're seeing this page in the preview. If you want to import just a page, you can, or the entire funnel, you can. And so that, we think, is pretty cool, the way that we design our pages, our webinar templates, our complete brand websites, and our funnels. So let's now go back to the builder. Okay, I'm going to start moving pretty quick here. I'm going to just import about 6 to 8 different pages because I want to show you how some of the best features work here. So I'm not going to be designing the best site, obviously. What I'm going to be doing is just highlighting some features. So let's start with a page that I can see here has some navigation. So I'm going to select this. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call it Let's Groove.ai. That's just what I'm calling it as a reference. And now what's happening is it's going to import that website right onto the canvas for us. And that's going to take just a couple of seconds. And then once that's done, you're going to see that there's navigation right here across the top that my designers put in as dummy navigation. So I'm going to click on this navigation menu and just clean all of that up. We're going to say no external links, no fake links, and we're going to have navigation pages that are in the website. So I'm not going to have it exclude anything. We're going to leave the home page in there as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this page. We're going to call it home. Okay. And now I'm just going to start adding some pages in here. So bear with me while I do that. I like this one right here. This is a podcast page I just selected. We had a friend, Sharon Worsley, that wanted a podcast page. I said, hey, I'll design it for you in Groove. And then when it was done, I said, she said, hey, you could leave it as a template. So all of you guys get this gorgeous podcast template automatically as well. So I'm going to just rename this podcast. Now, you're also going to notice here that the URL would be /page 2. You can go into the settings here and you can change the URL, and we might just want to call that podcast. But I'm not going to do that on every single page, but I just want to show you that you can do that. On top of that, there's more settings that you can do, like your meta keywords. You could redirect the page if you're ever no longer using it. You could put an exit alert if people click this little X button right here. It'll actually give one of those browser alerts. And you have the open graph so that you can do the sharing, stuff that we just don't have the time to get into right now. But let's add a couple of more pages. I'm going to, let's see here. Let's just pull in this one right here. I'm just pulling in random pages. We're going to call this one the About Us page. All right. And I'm going to pull in a page called Contact. And let's see, which one can we just pull in? We'll just pull in this one. It's a sales page, but I'm just going to call this the Contact just for now. And I'm going to pull in 2 more pages. I'm going to pull in a page that we might give away, like a free report and ebook. There we go. I'll just choose this one right here. And we're going to call that one free report. And we're going to do one last page. We're going to put in a thank you page for that free report. So we'll just go down to the thank you pages and find one that looks good. I think this one looks pretty good right here. All right. And I'm just going to rename that thank you. We'll just leave it like that. Thank you. Now, when we go back to the home page that had all the navigation, what you're going to notice is that all of the navigation is going to start to show up here. Now, what I can do is, since this is the home page, me personally, I probably would remove and exclude the home page. So we're going to do that, make a little bit more room there in the navigation. I can also notice there's a problem right here. I have my free report and my thank you page. These are kind of like hidden pages. I really don't want these showing on the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury them here where it says hidden pages, just like that, are no longer showing in the menu. And the other thing that I can do is I can take the About Us or the Contact, and I can make this a sub-navigation. Check this out. I can just contact us like this. And so now I have a drop-down menu just like that. So we actually can build a full website with full navigation. Now you may say, Mike, what about if I have like a membership site that I need people to log in and it's not a page, or if I have a support desk? Well, let's do both of those. All right, let's move to the menu and let's add 2 external links that we just wanted right there. One we just said would be members, right? And then I would link that, you know, to whatever my membership site is. Right now, I'm just going to put none just for the sake of time. And for the second one, we said that would be support. And so I can link that to anything. One of these pages that we created here, or a block on the page. So for instance, if I wanted to send this here, I could just rename this to a course. I'm just going to call it Course Cat to save time. And then you'll notice that when we go back, I messed up. I was supposed to actually hit update. So I lost that work that I was working on. So we just have to do that again. I never hit the update button here. So that was called members, and this one was called support. And as I was saying, I could link that to a block. And as you can see here, I just named one of the blocks. Let me hit update here. And I have to do the same thing here. If I want to take this block and call it course cat, I have to hit the check mark. I never did that. Okay, so going back up, as we were saying, if I want to have my navigation menu, if I wanted it to go to that block, you'll now see that I have a block called course cat. But we actually want this to go to an external URL. So where do we want that to go? We want that to go to GrooveSupport.net. All right, and I want that to open into a new tab. And if I want to adjust the width of these menus, I can do that as well. I click update. Now you're going to see it's going to add two more things, members and support. And just like that, I've built a website with full navigation. Now, I think that's pretty cool, but let me show you one more thing that we could do as well. I might want to have a pop-up happen when somebody enters the site, leaves the site, or clicks this button. So let's look at how that happens here. We're going to click on the pop-up, and we're going to add a pop-up, and we're going to find one here from our template. And let's see which one. I happen to like this one right here, this little pink one. It's Groove's pink color. So first off, let's give it a name. I'm going to rename this free report. That's the name of the pop-up. All right. And I'm also not going to mess around here with anything. I might, change the text if I wanted, but I'm going to first click the save button, and I want to edit the settings and change this to an entry pop-up. And I only want this to show on the home page, and I want it to show on every visit. And let's delay it for 3 seconds, and let's give it a bounce animation and hit the checkbox here. And now we're going to go back to our home page, and I'm going to click the preview button, and that's going to open up the website. And you're going to notice if we count down from 3, 2, 1, we get the pop-up with the bounce animation, just like that. Now, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to mess with that pop-up one more time, and I'm going to make it an exit pop. So I'm just going to switch this to exit, and we'll show it on every visit. So we'll go back, we'll hit the save button. We will now preview this page one more time. It'll open up. Now we're not going to see the pop-up even if we count down from 3, 2, 1. It'll never show the pop-up unless I have an intent to leave. So when I move my mouse, there's my exit pop-up. Now we're going to do this one more time. I'm going to now change the pop-up to a standard pop-up. And by doing that, that means it's never going to go off unless I link it to a button or an image. I can just write here, free report, like that, and link it to a pop-up that we called free report. Click the update button, just like that. And one more thing, just to show you, like if I wanted to change the background color of that button, let's say to like yellow with black text, I would just make this text black, just like that. And now I have a report maybe with a slightly better call to action. We'll hit the save button, we'll hit the preview, and now you're going to notice that when we count 3, 2, 1, we don't have an exit pop, an entry pop. We don't even have an exit pop. In fact, I have to click here to activate the pop-up. So that's how our pop-ups work. I think that's nice and easy, pretty cool. We have a lot more I want to show you. Okay, so next here we have settings. I can do all my site settings like the website. I can change the favicon. Again, that's a little icon that shows up here. I can change the default font. I can redirect the site if it's ever an old site, or if it's maybe a launch and now I just want it to redirect to sold out, I can do that. If I don't want it indexed by the search engines, enable a little cookie alert bar that says, yes, I want to accept all cookies. Tracking codes, open graph, all that you have there in your site settings. Nice and easy. Now, remember I told you that there's a little button here that you can add to edit any page that you own. So you just click on this instant edit bookmarklet. It'll show you how you can install that. Before we go over the blocks and the elements and the funnels, what I want to do is spend a little bit of time showing you the style editor and how the changes apply to all devices or to a single device. So right now, we're going to apply this to all devices. So what you're going to notice, the first thing right here is when I make this font a little bit bigger, like this, and I may want to do this for any particular reason, but here I'm doing it for a demo. You're going to notice when we go to the mobile, that looks ridiculous. So we've got to make it look a little bit better for the mobile, and then we go back here and it just doesn't look good anymore, and I might want this to be a little bit bigger, and I have to find a happy medium with all other editors out there. But what if I wanted this thing to be just massive? Now, what I can do is I can go to the mobile device, and now I can say, see, it says applying changes to all devices. I can shut that off, and now it's only the mobile device. And now I'm going to make this very, very small on purpose, and I'm going to change the color here. Let's just make that red, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. All right, and now I'm going to go to a vertical tablet, and we're going to make that. And if you notice, we're not competing with the image over here like we are over here. So that's why each device needs to be designed specifically. You need to do a pass and take a look and see how everything looks. I'm going to make this a double line here, and I'm going to make this one blue. And again, I would never do this. I'm going to show you something in a minute when we look at the different screen sizes. Oh, now we're competing with this lady over here. So now, as you notice here, I've got my text centered. Over here, I may want the text to be left justified here, and I need it to be much smaller here because I'm competing with the lady on a horizontal tablet. I'm going to change this color to yellow. Again, just so that I could show you some changes later. And now this is a laptop, and we're still competing with this lady here. So I'm going to make this text color, let's see here, like a pale blue. And I still need to adjust the size of that. And I want this to be left justified as well. And I think that looks pretty good there, but I want the massive white one here. And now I can move back to all devices for everything else that I'm working on. But here's what I really wanted to show you. When I click on the preview and I pop this out, watch what happens when we go from a desktop to a laptop. Just like this, you're going to see that was the color that we set it for a laptop. Now the next one will be a horizontal iPad. So that would be like this. Remember, we made that yellow. Now a vertical iPad, we're going to lose the lady, right? Just like that. And finally, the last one was the mobile device. So we got to get real small. And that's the way we designed it for the mobile device, if you remember. So I'm going to put this tab back up, but just to show you as we went back, remember mobile device, vertical iPad or tablet, horizontal, laptop, and desktop. Again, you can make pixel perfect websites with this feature. It's an exclusive feature that nobody else has. So I'm just going to close that demo. Okay, let's get back to GrooveFunnels and show you some more things that can be done. So let's go to one of the pages here. Let's see this About Us page. Let's try the contact. All right. So what I want to show you that you can do as well is that you can change background images and videos and patterns. So the first one I'm going to do, I'm just going to click pattern. You got image, video, and pattern. I'm just going to click on a pattern. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on putting a background image here. So what I do is I load up a background image, and let's say I wanted a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. So I'm just going to search car, see if anything like that comes up. I think this is a pretty cool background right here. So I'm going to take this particular image, add it to my library. It takes about 3 seconds. And once that's uploaded to my library, I simply click select, and I click on, let's see, the color. Oh, here's my opacity. There we go. So now I have an opacity slider here that I could put for the background. So I can take any color, like give it a blue or a tint here, and I can adjust the opacity. I think the blue kind of looks pretty cool. You could even do like a black. Wow, that looks really nice. See that? And just like that, I can now add, I think I'm going to make that a little bit darker to make the font a little bit easier to read. But depending on what your background is, if you're a painter or, if you're doing a dentistry, then you would just change the image back there, just like that. Let me show you something else that can be done that's pretty cool too. I'm going to go to the background, and I'm going to now click on video, and bear with me, I'm just going to get a video URL from YouTube, and I'm going to go back to this home page here. So I'm going to change this background here by clicking on background, and whoops, I want to click right here, and there's already an image, but I want to override that with a video. And I'm just going to put the YouTube ID. You could use a Groove Video, Wistia, anything. I'm just going to put the YouTube ID right here, just like that, and click Update Video. And now you'll notice there's a video playing in the background. But again, what we probably want to do is go in and put a color on here and then lower the opacity. And again, we can even give it a color gradient if we wanted, like that. I'm going to stick with the black, and I'm going to make it a little bit dark, but just like that. And that's how you add a video background. Going back to the image that we were doing before on the contact page, I wanted to also show you that what we can do is we can also do what's known as the parallax effects. So you'll see when I'm scrolling right now, the car stays with the text. But if I click on parallax, what will happen is you see the text moves and the car doesn't. So that's called parallax. So that is some pretty cool stuff. Wanted to show you that as well. Just a couple of more things that I want to show you because we have a lot of different stuff here. But anything that you click here, you notice that we have a style editor that just makes everything very easy. If you click on this button, and like I said before, you want to make that, the Belcher button color, which is generally yellow with black text. There you go. We got yellow and black. Now, if I want to make that text a little bit bigger, no problem. I simply just make the text a little bit bigger. If I want to make the borders round, well, then I just get the slider over there just like that. Or I can leave it slightly round like Steve Jobs. And many of you want to know, how do you get that ClickFunnels style button? Well, then what you do is you just click add another label. You can add as many as you want. And here I'm just going to write, we respect your privacy, right? And I'm going to now click here, and I'm going to get a second label right there like that. But I can also even style that text to be even smaller or larger if I wanted as well. But also what I can do with this button is I can add an icon to the left or to the right. But let's just add a, let's just say like a calendar icon. Like, let's just say that, I was telling people register for the webinar. So I would say register now, or check book dates. There we go. And now we can see that we can fun and easy it is to design. But most of the stuff you don't even want to have to worry about designing, because take a look at this. I'm going to move to a different page right now that these blocks may look a little bit better on, or demo better. We have different types of blocks. So if you wanted to put a countdown timer, well, you simply just find the countdown timer that you want, drag it over here just like this, and you click on the timer like this, and you can configure if it's a fixed or daily or from landing and what happens and all that different type of stuff and what happens when it's done. That's called our blocks. And we have all different types of blocks. We have team blocks, right? So if you want to say, here's our team. If you want to get testimonials, we have testimonial blocks, and you can do them with even videos that you see here. But and again, if you want to change any of these backgrounds, you simply click and you change the background and you make it slightly darker. But then you'd need to change the text and all that different type of stuff. But very, very easy to use. Let's say you wanted to add a pricing table. Well, no problem. We simply go over to pricing. and we can add a pricing table. Now we have all different types of blocks that you couldn't imagine, but check this out. We also have wireframe blocks, and the wireframe blocks are if you just want to do away with any of the the design, and you want to go in and do all the designs yourself later. All right, now this one's really cool. Direct response blocks. Look at this. If you wanted to do old-fashioned, or what I would say, direct response, or AKA ClickFunnels styles buttons, we have all of these, but the difference is where ClickFunnels has like funnel images, I forget what they're called, which are all images that just Google hates. All of these are actually buttons that you can see it. This is all just regular code. Remember I told you before, our code is very, very clean, unlike many of our competitors. Not only do we have designer blocks, I showed you pop-ups. Let me see if I can very quickly demo the MegaMenu for you real quick. The way that works is you would take an item, and I would say, I want to link this page. So I actually go to the podcast and I say, I want that to go to a MegaMenu. And now I choose the blocks, and I would go to MegaMenu, and let's see. I would probably say I want to bring this over here like this. And now I would start linking all of these different things and changing it. But essentially what I want to show you, when I go to look at this page, I'm going to preview it, and I hover over the podcast, you see it even gives me a little icon. I've created a MegaMenu, and I could link all of these things. See, it's style. Isn't this gorgeous? Folks, this is really, really killer stuff. The last thing I want to show you is the elements. And I really don't have all that much time, but this is where you can do different column layout. You could add a carousel. Just to wrap up, some of the other things that we do have in the elements are things like Google Maps, progress bars, countdown timers. You can do your custom embeds, all of your integrations. You can bring in any type of video. And of course, we even have things like laptops and iPads that you can just drag in. And I'll just show you just real quick if I wanted to put an iPad, an iPhone here. I'll make it purple. No, I could do that. Let's add an image in there. Let's just add this here and click update. Again, I'm creating a Frankenstein site, but I just wanted to show you how you could add phones, tablets, all of those different types of things as well. Finally, the last thing I'm going to show you is that I can take this and I can do an animation, like I can do a bounce on reveal, and I can make it say repeat, and I could even like delay it, like the old don't show the button under the video until 45 minutes and 30 seconds. But let's just take a look at this button here. Now that we just set it to bounce, and you're going to notice that it will bounce, and I had it repeat, so it'll continue to repeat. Okay, so that is GroovePages. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you how you would do funnels and webinar funnels. Very, very simple. For funnels, I'm going to just click here, funnels, and I'm going to say that I want to add a VSL funnel. And what it's going to do is it's going to import all of those different pages that are in the VSL funnel. And here's the order page. It just has to build it onto the canvas. Here's the one-time offer page, and here's the thank you page, the order confirmation. And then when I'm done, I can rename this or keep it the same. If I wanted to add another funnel to this domain, I would simply just add a consulting funnel. And just like that, it's going to import those different pages, as you can see. And if I start to click on them, we can actually see what these pages look like. This is the called video training. Here's the scheduling page as well, the checkout page. It's got everything that you would need. Again, I could come in and now I'm managing all of my funnels. If I want to add a webinar funnel, I come in here, choose this gorgeous webinar funnel that we have here, and now it's going to start to import these different pages for us. And I can just start editing and changing the videos and the replay and the checkout page, all of that stuff is here for you. These pages are designed off of the way that we market. We head back here. This is a little bit too long in the name. I would just call this webinar. Whoops. Investments. Let's call it like that. Now we can manage it. You can have unlimited webinars, unlimited funnels. And so the beautiful thing is your brand website is here. All of your funnels are managed here. And your webinar funnels are managed here, which link with Groove Webinar, which we just won't have the time to show you today, but you can imagine it's an automated webinar platform. I'll give you a quick sneak peek to the navigation of it, but we just don't have time to go into it. So when we're all said and done, what we've got to do is we've got to choose the custom domain, because we bought this letsgroove.ai domain, and I want to put that to the root domain, and I'm going to publish this entire website. And now every single one of these pages is being published to the website. And once I get the little green notification here, when we go to letsgroove.ai, you're going to notice there's that website that we just built. It's actually live on the internet. Plus, here's my MegaMenu, my other pages here that we just dummied in. We're going to go back to the main dashboard. There's never been an easier way to get all of your publishing up and running.